Hello student, once again we are here to discuss something from the differentiation part only. We have started the calculus topic, and as you know that we are discussing the differentiation. So in the same sequence, this is also one of the very important topic in the differentiation, how to differentiate the function which is based on the inverse trigonometric function and which is explicit or implicit function. So I'll just give you first of all little introduction about this function, and then we will learn how to differentiate these functions. Hope you will enjoy this video. So let us see, student. I want to discuss with you today first of all what is explicit function and what is implicit functions. See now student, so far whatever the functions we have studied, like where we can, with the help of this example you will simply understand. Like if there is a function like y is equal to fx, or maybe I am saying y is equal to I am writing suppose sin x, I am writing suppose y is equal to it is let it be 1 plus x square upon 1 minus x square, or y is equal to maybe any other function, suppose it is 2x, it is 2x maybe. So like these types of the functions and all standard real functions, like you have studied y is equal to modulus x, y is equal to maybe modulus x upon x, or y is equal to 1 upon x cube. These all functions, I will say these are the explicit function, because these functions directly we can, the relations between the x and y we can represent, means we can express the given function in the terms of the independent variable. Y can be expressed directly with the help of the independent variable. So these functions are called explicit functions. So definition, I hope you can understand, where the function of the y can be expressed directly with the help of independent variable, those functions are called explicit function. So these all functions, I will say these are explicit functions. But at the same time, if you will analyze some of the functions, like if suppose I have written x plus y is equal to 2, or maybe x square plus y square is equal to xy, or maybe x cube plus 2x plus xy is equal to y cube. So these types of the functions, if you will observe, then we are not expressing y directly in the terms of the x. So means y function cannot be expressed directly with the help of the independent variable. So these functions are called implicit function. So today we will emphasize something on the implicit function, how to differentiate implicit function, because already we have learned how to differentiate many explicit function. So this is just for the sake of your knowledge, what is called explicit and what is called implicit. See now, I'll explain to you how to find out the differentiation of the implicit function. So in the simplest way I'll explain. I'm not going as per book is exactly. So let us take some example. Maybe I have taken very simple function like x plus y is equal to 2. We want to differentiate. So what is the method of the differentiation? The method is what? You will have to differentiate the given function both the side with respect to x. If you want to find out what is dy upon dx, or what is f dash x, or maybe you want to find d upon dx of fx, then what you will have to do, you will have to differentiate the function. So the step is what? The first step is what? This is the first step. Differentiate the given function with respect to x, where both the sides of equation if you will differentiate this with respect to x both the side, then you know that you can differentiate like it is given x plus y is equal to 2. So differentiation of the x, you will differentiate with respect to x, it is 1. Then y you will differentiate with respect to x, it will be dy by dx, and this constant term you will differentiate with respect to x, it is 0. So if you will see this, from here you can write now dy upon dx is equal to -1. This is the differentiation of this given implicit function. Let us take some more example. So I hope you understand the basic concept. So I am just taking now some more questions. So let us see one more example I am taking here. It is, suppose I have taken x square plus y square is equal to xy. This is also one implicit function. We will want to find out the differentiation. So what we can do, we will simply differentiate both the side with respect to x. So x square I will differentiate with respect to x, it is 2x. Y square I will differentiate with respect to x, it is, this sign it will come here, it is 2y and into dy upon dx. How it is? Because y square, first of all this 2 you will differentiate like it will be with the help of, because we know that, here you can write the formula, because we know that x raised to n is what? N x raised to n minus 1. So with the help of this, first of all I will differentiate y square, and then further y I will differentiate, it is dy upon dx. And here my dear student, you will see this is what? A product of two functions x and y. So here you will have to use the product rule. Product rule means Leibniz rule. So you can use that. Here it is the first function differentiation, it is x, means in detail if I will write, it is like this. And the differentiation of the y you will write. So as per this is something in more detail I have written. If you are familiar with the product rule, you can do it directly also. So here it is 2x plus 2y and dy upon dx is equal to, so differentiation of the x with respect to x is 1 only, 1 into y, it is y only. With respect to y differentiation, sorry x, the differentiation of the y with respect to x is dy upon dx into x. You will have to find dy upon dx. So this you need to transpose here, this we need to transpose here, and this part we can transpose another side. So after doing the transposition and common, you can write this given function, it is 2y minus x is equal to y minus 2x, which further you can write dy upon dx is equal to y minus 2x upon 2y minus x. So this is the differentiation of the given implicit function with respect to x. Let us take now one more and the last question from this. Suppose I want to differentiate this function. Let it be x cube plus 2x. So this is the given function which we want to differentiate. I am writing this here. Let it be example number 3. So it is x cube plus 2x plus xy is equal to y cube, which we want to differentiate with respect to x. So same procedure, we will differentiate both the side of the equal sign with respect to x. So you can write this x cube 3x square, 2x, it is 2 only. Product rule I will apply here. So it is y plus x dy by dx. This one, differentiation of the xy. It is what? Y using the product rule. And this is what? 3y square into dy by dx. So you can easily understand now. See, if you will see this now again, so what we can do, we will have to definitely do the transposition, because dy upon dx terms would be in the left hand side or maybe in the right hand side, and remaining terms to the another side. So I am writing this here now, x dy by dx minus 3y square dy by dx is equal to, we can say here it is by transposition, minus 3x square and minus y minus 2, which you can also write like this, and from here I will take dy by dx common. So you can write this now, dy by dx if I will take common from these two terms, so I will be getting here x minus 3y square, and this is same minus 3 x square plus y plus 2. So you can write from here dy by dx is equal to minus 3x square plus y plus 2 upon x minus 3y square. So I hope you understand this concept, how to differentiate the implicit function. This is we have discussed. See now what is next. See student, these all small example, very useful examples I am taking, and which is definitely help you to clear your this concept how to differentiate. Next I am taking, next subtopic I am taking, how to differentiate inverse trigonometric functions. Inverse trigonometric functions already we have studied in detail. If any student want to see that what is inverse trigonometric function, you can go to the channel playlist, and there is complete videos you will find. See now, so the topic is what? Differentiation of inverse trigonometric functions. We want to find out the differentiation of the inverse trigonometric functions. So let me write first of all something about this. You know that the fact is that inverse trigonometric functions are, what we can say, it is 1 1 on 2, because if it is not 1 1 on 2 we cannot find out the inverse of the functions. Means trigonometric functions are not 1 1 on 2, but inverse trigonometric functions we have bound to make them. We have bound to find the inverse, so that is why we have restricted them, so that it can be 1 1 on 2 and we can easily find the inverse of those functions. So if you will see some of the functions, like here it is y is equal to sine inverse x. You want to differentiate this, we can write using the inverse trigonometric property. From here we can write this function, it is sine y is equal to x. Can we write or not? And then further if you will see this, it is sine y is equal to x. From here we can make a reference triangle like this. This is called reference triangle. This angle we are calling y. This is this angle. Why we use this reference triangle? We use this reference triangle for finding the remaining side of the triangle. Like from this ratio, this trigonometric ratio, I know that sine y is equal to x. Sine of angle y is equal to x. It means what? This is x and this is 1. So using the Pythagoras theorem, you can find it is 1 minus root 1 minus x square. So using the Pythagoras theorem, you can write this. By Pythagoras theorem, so then we can find out any other ratio. See now, the function is this, sine y is equal to x. If you want to differentiate this, you can differentiate like differentiation of the sine y. You can write it is cos y into dy by dx. With respect to x we are going. Differentiation of the x, you can write it is 1. If you will find from here what is dy by dx, it is 1 upon cos y. And what is cos y? If you will see with the help of this reference triangle, then you will find it is root 1 minus x square. So we got the differentiation of the sine inverse x. We got a rule. What is d upon dx of sine inverse x? That is equal to 1 upon root 1 minus x square. So this is a proof, we can say. This is a proof of the differentiation of the inverse trigonometric function sine inverse x. Similarly, you can prove the other results also. So you will have to do this exercise. You will have to check whether these results, whatever I am writing here, how you got, you will have to verify and you will have to prove. Similarly, we can find, like we have done, first result we have proved. So we know now d upon dx of sine inverse x, it is 1 upon root 1 minus x square. What is d upon dx of cos inverse x? What is the domain of the sine inverse x? What is the range of the sine inverse x? It must remain in your mind. Do not forget that. So if you will see, what is the domain of the sine inverse x? Can you tell me? Domain of the sine inverse x? Yes, it is minus 1 to 1. So you can write here, we can write here x is greater than equal minus 1, less than equal 1. So see now, this is cos inverse x, we can write minus 1 upon root 1 minus x square. And similarly, what is derivative of the tan inverse x? It is 1 upon 1 plus x square. What is derivative of cot inverse x? This is minus 1 upon 1 plus x square. And derivative of sec inverse x, this is 1 upon modulus x root x square minus 1. And the derivative of cosec inverse x, this is minus 1 upon modulus x root x square minus 1. So you will have to keep these results, these 6 simple results in your mind for finding the derivative of the inverse trigonometric functions. Although we will find the derivative of the inverse trigonometric functions using the trigonometric results only. So let us see some of the examples we can discuss. Like I am taking some of the questions which you can try to solve. Maybe the question is, suppose it is given y is equal to, it is tan inverse 3x minus x cube upon 1 minus 3x, where x is greater than 1 upon root 3 less than, sorry, this is minus and this is plus. So see now, this is one question I have taken. Y is equal to tan inverse 3x minus x cube upon 1 minus 3x. This is a inverse trigonometric function. We want to differentiate this. So student, we can differentiate this. Like if you are looking this formula here, if you will correlate this formula tan inverse x, here it is tan inverse x. So we can directly apply. Means it may be coming in your mind that we can directly find like dy upon dx is equal to tan inverse, just we have discussed 1 upon 1 plus x square, like this maybe. And further this we can differentiate using the chain rule. So d upon dx of 3x minus x cube upon 1 minus 3x square, using the quotient rule we can differentiate this also further. You can do, there is no problem in this. You can do this exercise, but it is time consuming. If you will just recall some of the trigonometric standard results and you can replace here now in this given function, so this question you can quickly solve in minutes. Otherwise it may take 10 minutes or 15 minutes like that. So I am not going through this procedure. I am applying a shortcut method for finding the result from this. See what is that result. I know there is a formula of tan 3 theta. It is 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta upon 1 minus 3 tan theta. Everybody knows, I hope, this result of tan 3 theta. So what I am looking here in this function, I am looking this form somewhere. If you will simply replace x by tan theta, you will get the same form which you can further write tan 3 theta. So this same I am going to do here. So I am writing put x is equal to tan theta. So if you will replace this, see what happens. If you will replace this, you may be getting like this. See this I am replacing, so I can write now, I can write y is equal to tan inverse, here it is 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta upon 1 minus 3 tan square theta. So this 3 tan theta, sorry, not square. So this you can see here. Further we can write this y is equal to tan inverse tan 3 theta using the trigonometric results, because we know that tan inverse tan theta is equal to theta. If you will recall the results of the inverse trigonometric chapters, so y is equal to, here you can write now, it is equal to 3 theta, which you can differentiate now with respect to theta. So if you will differentiate this, see now from here you can find one more thing. Do not differentiate with respect to theta. You find out theta from here. Theta is equal to tan inverse x. So if you will replace this, you can write y is equal to 3 tan inverse x, because theta is equal to tan inverse x. Now you differentiate, so you will write dy by dx is equal to 3 and derivative of tan inverse x is 1 plus 1 upon 1 plus x square. So you got the result. Yes, this is dy by dx is equal to 3 upon 1 plus x square. In very simple procedure, we haven't used the quotient rule, we haven't used the product rule. Simply just by the replacement of some trigonometric standard results, we have derivative, find out the derivative. So I hope you understood this. So simply one more question I am taking like this. See now, one more question I am taking. If the question is, maybe it is given, suppose y is equal to cos inverse 1 minus x square upon 1 plus x square, where x is greater than 0, less than 1. So this is our question. He is asking you find out the derivative of this function. So if you are looking the direct result, you can do, there is no problem, but again the problem is that is time consuming, and there is more chances that you will do some error in the differentiation of this as a quotient rule you will have to do further. But if you will see this part again, then I am telling you this part further you can correlate to. There is one formula cos 2 theta. It is 1 minus cos 2 theta 1 minus tan square theta upon 1 plus tan square theta. So there is one formula in the trigonometry, you can correlate this, and simply you will have to replace now. We can say put x is equal to tan theta. If you will put x is equal to tan theta, then y is equal to cos inverse 1 minus tan square theta upon 1 plus tan square theta. I hope you understood this. And this further we can write, see how we can solve it further. So we can write from here, this is now y is equal to cos inverse cos 2 theta, y is equal to cos inverse cos 2 theta. Using the inverse trigonometric result, it is equal to 2 theta, and from here again we can find out what is theta. Theta is equal to again tan inverse x. So you can replace this now. So you can say from here it is y is equal to 2 tan inverse x, and dy upon dx is equal to 1 upon 1 plus x square, which is equal to 2 upon 1 plus x square. So this is the simple way to find out the differentiation of the inverse trigonometric functions. So I hope you like this, how to find out the differentiation of the inverse trigonometric functions and implicit functions. So just I am winding up here, because if I will make too much lengthy video, generally students get bored, they do not watch it completely. So the next I will just show in the next video whatever the next topic I will take. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel and share with your friend. Thank you.